Alrighty, welcome back to Beers with Boydo. Kilkenny, another beer that has been ruined and is now brewed in Australia. Well, actually, I don't know if it's been ruined. That's why I'm doing today's video. I've recently been made aware that Kilkenny is now being brewed in Australia. Actually, I had no idea. I'm pretty switched on with stuff like this because I work in Dan Murphy's, which is a bottle shop. You know, I'm seeing stuff every day. I notice when changes are happening. But we've only been selling Kilkenny in the Dan Murphy's I work at for probably about 3 or 4 months, which is crazy because where the Dan Murphy's is in Coogee, it's just full of Irish people. So yeah, just weird we've only just got Kilkenny in really. But so I didn't notice that any changes on the can. This is the Australian one, which I'd been seeing, just thought it was normal. And then I sent a photo to some of the other Australian beer reviewers the other week. I was in an Irish bar drinking a Kilkenny, and I think it was Jez said, that's brewed in Australia now. And I was like, what? Went to the bottle shop pretty quickly in the next couple of days, and I noticed, yeah, brewed in Australia. Where is it? Made in Australia, under license for Diageo Australia, by Lion. So, and also the can's bigger. The can's in a 470ml can. And then I thought, well, that's that. I'm not going to get Kilkenny again. I didn't know when it had happened or whatever. And then I was walking in Coogee past another bottle shop, actually just before St. Patrick's Day. And they've got a fridge that you can see as you're walking by. And I just saw the Kilkenny can sitting there. And out of the corner of my eye, they just looked a bit smaller to the ones that I'd seen recently in the bottle shop I work at. So I go in, and this one says Brewed in Ireland on the front. Made in Ireland by Diageo Ireland. St. James Gate, Dublin, Ireland. So I thought, shit, I think I've just found one of the last cans of the Ireland brewed stuff here in Sydney. And it's in the 440ml can, so smaller can. They're both 4.3% in alcohol. I love doing these videos. Actually, my first ever video, I had French brewed Kronenbourg versus Australian brewed Kronenbourg. So doing these videos kind of kicked off my channel, just getting the real stuff versus the brewed under license stuff. So here's another one I get to do today. I think the last one could have been Guinness. So that's a shame. Don't buy Guinness anymore. So yeah, let's see about the Kilkenny. Now they both have the widget in them. So when you crack it, it releases the nitrogen, which gives it the good head. We'll hold it up. So as I said, this one says brewed in Ireland, and this one says born in Ireland. So Irish brewed, Australian brewed. I hope the camera focuses in. Have a look. I hope you can see that. One says brewed in Ireland, the other says born in Ireland. This one just says Irish ale. This says Irish style red ale. I have seen Kilkenny being described as a red ale or cream ale. Anyway, let's tuck in and see if there's any difference. I've got the pint glasses here. So with these cans that have the widget in them, I'm all for the hard pour. Let me know what you think in the comments. So that's the way I pour it. The harder the better with the widgets, I think. Ooh, yeah. I do love a Kilkenny. I haven't bought Kilkenny cans, and that's probably another reason why I didn't notice that they're being brewed here now. I haven't bought a can of Kilkenny in over a year. There was a good period here. I do these videos in my mum's backyard. I was living here a couple of years ago, and I'd actually sit right over there. And I had a big phase of drinking Kilkenny. I think it was in the winter. Just loved them. Just sit up here, few Kilkennys. Bloody amazing. Good drop. Ooh. Oh, this is still in date. Okay, I just thought, is this in date? Yeah, we're still all good by about a week. All right. Australian Brewed Kilkenny. This will be interesting. Now, we'll let them both settle. I mean, how good is this? Like, this is why I had a big Kilkenny phase there. Look at this when you get it all poured out. Oh, yes. I just love how that, like, widget releases the nitrogen and you just get a head like that and you're not even at a pub. It's so good. It's so good. All right, well, why the Australian one? Oh, no, we'll do them at the same time. I started drinking Kilkenny in 2000 and I think late 2016. I did a season in the French Alps and there was an Irish bar. I'd never had Kilkenny. I'd never had Guinness. Got over there and my boss, he was actually Aussie, funny enough, in the French Alps. He took me to the Irish bar and he got me a Guinness and I was like, oh, like it's all right. And then he said, ease in with a Kilkenny. Get a Kilkenny next. That'll ease you into Guinness. Had a Kilkenny, loved it. And then for the 6 months that I lived there, I'd regularly go get a pint of Kilkenny. I just loved it. But yeah, since then, I love Guinness now and I love Kilkenny. It's all great. Anyway, that's my history with Kilkenny. Ooh, there's little... I just shaved my beard. There's a little beard shaving in there. Ugh. All right, let's get stuck into it. We have the Irish Brewed Kilkenny and the Australian Brewed. So, Irish there. Look, they look identical, don't they? And you can see why it's described as a red ale. I mean, it's not red, but, you know, dark amber. All right, the aroma. Like a subtle, like, caramelized, malty smell to it. Smells like a bit of sweetness as well. Australian Brewed. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. There's hardly any aroma on that at all. Yeah, like a nice sweet malt, but more on like the caramelized side. This, it's just so much more faint. This one's even got like a very mild touch of smokiness, but it doesn't really go. Yeah, that smells a lot better, a lot better. All right, we'll tuck in. Been a while since I had a Kilkenny. I mean, look, I had a couple at that Irish bar I was at the other month, but that was after like 6 Guinnesses, so I can't really remember what the Kilkenny tasted like then. I just remember I enjoyed it. Cheers. Yes. I love Kilkenny. Geez, that's good. Such a smooth flavour to it with like a touch of sweetness. Yeah, like a dulled down toffee flavour with a little bit of sweetness on the back. It just goes down so easy. It's so smooth to drink. Geez, they're good. All right, let's go for the Australian stuff. I hope it tastes better because, yeah, it's been a while, but I do when I get a 6-pack of Kilkenny cans and come home and pour them into the pint glass like that, it's a bloody good experience. Cheers. Let's see, come on. It's not terrible. I'm getting enough flavour, but it's like it's just not as rounded as this. There's something... I think what I should have done is I should have started with the Australian stuff. Because I don't drink Kilkenny that often, I don't think I would have known. If you're like a diehard Kilkenny drinker, you're going to know. But if you're someone like me that treats himself to Kilkenny once every 6 months, I don't think you'd really notice. Tastes, well, not the same, similar. This one's just got more of like a punch to it, and that sweetness on the back end is just more refined. Like, it just ends well. Yeah, like this is a hard one. It's not one of the worst brewed under license. Unless you're a big hardcore Kilkenny fan, I'd think. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments if you've had the Australian brewed Kilkenny. And, you know, for example, as I was saying, when I sent the photo of my Kilkenny to a few of the other Australian beer reviewers, I was drinking the Kilkenny, loving it. It was only when Jez wrote back and said that's brewed in Australia now that I knew. So it's not like I got the Kilkenny and was like, oh. But again, I did say it was probably after 6 Guinnesses, so, you know. But it's not like it's that bad. Let's go again. Yeah. Smooth. Subtle punch of sweetness. It's just not up to scratch. There's also like... There's a mild smokiness there, which isn't that bad. Like, I don't mind a bit of smokiness on a stout or beer, darker beer, you know. I'm not saying this is a stout, but, you know, just... I don't mind a bit of smokiness on a beer that's meant to have that. But I don't know if this is meant to have it, but it's not that bad. It's kind of... Yeah, I don't know. Look, my thoughts on this are... I can't see me buying them again just because I know it's not the real stuff. But I think the average consumer who doesn't drink much Kilkenny, they wouldn't know the difference. And look, if I'm honest, and Jez had never said anything, and I bought a 6-pack of these, and I just got home, cracked it, and just didn't even think to look at the back or notice any differences, and I sat here in my mum's backyard like I used to. I'd be pretty stoked. I can't argue with that. It's only when you got it next to it and you go, oh yeah, that's what it's meant to taste like. Yeah. You really need to have them side by side, I think, anyway, to notice the difference. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about Kilkenny as well. I haven't been to Ireland, unfortunately. Oh my God, I want to go to Ireland so, so badly. Oh... Anyway, one day. But I heard Kilkenny isn't that big over there. It's more for the export market, which is interesting. I thought this would have been as big as Guinness over there. But I've just heard other YouTubers and people tell me that Kilkenny's not really that big in Ireland. That's interesting. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Kilkenny, we'll finish up the good one. Oh, yeah. Such a good drop. All right. Look at the lacing on the glass. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.